Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a video for the series of a narcissist fears. And as much as we cannot actually truly know what an individual person fears, we can go on the basic fears of humanity in general. We can go on the behaviours of narcissistic people, the characteristics of narcissistic people, and make generalizations of what narcissistic people might be afraid of. And with most people have one fear or another. Most people need to step over their fears to work towards a happier future. Some people have to be careful around their fears so it doesn't harm their present. We all have fears. It's part of a human emotion. Most genuine people, when it comes to their own fears, they want to protect others from their own personal fears. They don't want to see their fears come true for those around them, for those they care about, for those they love, for those they respect, because they have empathy, they have compassion for people. With a narcissist who often lacks empathy, who often lacks compassion, they often make their fears become a reality for those around the narcissist. The narcissist often implants their fears or conditions the people around the narcissist to fear the very things that a narcissist fears, or they use their fears against people. So this video is going to be about the narcissist fear of humiliation. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. Narcissists fear humiliation because they fear being wrong. When they fear exposure for their mistakes, and we all make mistakes in life, it causes a narcissist a lot of psychological distress, and you cannot help them with this distress. This is on them. Narcissists are often unwilling or unable to tolerate any mistakes they make. To them, it is always somebody else's fault. They have a fear of failure, therefore they have to blame other people for their failings. They are preoccupied with their ideal, their perfection, creating their dreams. So when things don't go their way, or when they make a mistake, they fear making a mistake. They fear being humiliated for this mistake. So they pass the blame for their mistakes on to those around them, because they lack the empathy to care for how it affects those around them, only how it affects themselves and their ego. A narcissist's ego is often very, very fragile. They are seeking that adoration. They are seeking that attention from those around them. They are seeking respect. They are seeking control. They want to condition people into seeing the image the narcissist wants to sell those around them. And when a narcissist feels criticized or humiliated, when their ego is crushed, they can often act out in ways that seem the narcissistic range, I'll have that video up here, is very out of proportion for the events that are actually happening, because people do make mistakes. So a narcissist might make a mistake and someone might bring that mistake up, not to intentionally humiliate the narcissist. However, the narcissist takes it as humiliation, and therefore they're going to seek to punish the person the narcissist feels humiliated by. And the thing with this is, most of the time with a narcissist, it's their own lies that are kind of unraveling in front of other people. It's their own doing that they are becoming exposed for. So people might not intentionally be humiliating the narcissist. The narcissist just doesn't want people to know certain things. A narcissist will feed different people information that works in the narcissist's favour. And if those people get together with the narcissist, not knowing that one person doesn't know that bit of information, and just having a conversation, it criticises the narcissist deeply. It humiliates them. They receive a narcissistic injury and they can fly into a narcissistic rage or the narcissistic silence. And when it comes to a narcissist, because they fear humiliation, they're going to bring that on to you by humiliating you for the things that the narcissist actually does to you. We all make mistakes in life. We're human. It's part of how we learn. To fail at something is our first attempt in learning. Unfortunately, often with certain mistakes, we have feelings such as guilt, remorse, shame. We feel bad for our mistakes, so we often don't want our mistakes being known openly. However, we don't often fly into a rage like a narcissist would. We usually do our best to try and learn from our mistakes and not repeat our mistakes. Quite difficult when in a narcissistic relationship because they're gaslighting us into not seeing what's happening to us. But once we do recognise what's happening, we then have the battle on our hands to step away from them and recover and move forward. And we often feel guilty for stepping away from them. A narcissist lacks object consistency. They lack the empathy to care, so they don't feel guilty for walking away from you if it suits a need of their own to do so. Narcissists don't like to be humiliated, but they do get pleasure out of humiliating other people. It's all in that control. It's all in that pulling other people down to feel better about themselves because of their own insecurities, because of their own ego. And you cannot help them because the way they feel better about themselves is by pulling other people down, by putting other people down, by creating conflict, drama and chaos for other people, by humiliating other people, by shaming other people, by blaming other people, because they themselves don't want to be humiliated. They don't want to take responsibility for their behaviour. They don't want to admit being wrong. And when they're not going to admit being wrong, and we all make mistakes, they're going to make you out to be the person in the wrong. You cannot help those with this kind of mentality. It is on them to learn to help themselves. The more we forgive them, the more we try to help them, the more we enable them, as the more they see that they can get away with their behaviour and that behaviour works for them, the more people walk away from them, as painful as it is, because we often try to avoid causing people we care about pain, so we try to help them. However, we all suffer pain in life, and as painful as it is, by walking away from them, they will have to at some point take a look at themselves and make the changes for themselves. By having people support them, they're not going to change. As a narcissist will pull those around them down, usually because they feel envious of others. They will pull other people down to feel better within. They will gloat about their achievements to feel better within. If someone's getting any form of attention for the pain they are in, a narcissist will leverage this to their advantage so that the narcissist can gain the attention they feel entitled to. Often why a narcissist needs a scapegoat, so they can pass the blame, they can pass the mistake, they can humiliate the scapegoat to save face, so there's no consequences to their actions, so people don't see the narcissist for who the narcissist truly is, because the narcissist is painting out the scapegoat to have the narcissist characteristics. When a narcissist can no longer control you, they will try to control how others see you. They want to control how others think about your character. They want to control your reputation in the eyes of those around you. So that people are that focused on your reputation, they're not focused on who the narcissist truly is. Because a narcissist fears humiliation, they're going to go all out to humiliate you. They're going to coercively control you. They are going to condition you to behave certain ways in front of certain people so that they can blame you. They're going to bait you into gaining that reaction so that they can blame you for your reaction, so they don't have to be humiliated for their behaviour, so they don't get exposed for their behaviour. They're going to insult you, they're going to humiliate you, they're going to tell people your biggest secrets, they're going to withhold support, they're going to ignore you, withhold financial support from you, they're going to threaten you with, well, what if so-and-so found out about this, force silence on you, mock you. They will insult you, mock you, humiliate you, and then claim, if you speak up to them, that they were only joking, when it isn't a joke. They were covering up their own insecurities and passing them over to you. Whatever a narcissist is accusing you of is usually the closest you'll get to the truth of that individual narcissist's true character. Their accusations are usually confessions. We can all accuse people of doing things. Usually you will find you accuse a narcissist of doing something that they will outright deny, and then later on you find out to be true. They paint you out to be crazy for things that you later discover to be true. A narcissist usually accuses you of the things they are doing that you know full well you're not doing. You are denying it. They get you on the defensive so that they don't feel humiliation for the things they're doing to you, so that they don't feel the shame of the things they're doing to you. If they are cheating on you, they do not want to be shamed for this behaviour. Therefore, they're going to accuse you of cheating to shame you. When they move on quickly to somebody new, they're going to paint you out to be the crazy one, the obsessive one, to escape any feeling of shame or responsibility for how they've treated you, and to get the new supply to feel sorry for them. A narcissist will stare at you, they will glare at you, they will smirk at you after they've humiliated you. They will point out all your mistakes. They will point out all your flaws. They won't make you feel secure about your weaknesses. They will use these weaknesses against you to make you feel as insecure as they possibly can make you feel, so you become dependent on them, so that they can condition you to control you. More often than not, most people don't want to be humiliated. With a narcissist, it's a deep-rooted fear of exposure, because they don't want to see themselves as in the wrong. They don't want to see themselves as anything less than perfect. If something happens that goes wrong to a narcissist, that is somebody else's fault. If the narcissist makes a mistake, that is somebody else's fault. And you cannot help somebody who is unwilling to learn from their own mistakes. If they're unwilling to learn from their own mistakes, they're only going to repeat those mistakes. A narcissist wants you to feel less than, so that you don't feel enough for them. So you put up with more of their negative behaviour than you should. What we have to recognise is that we are enough, we are worthy. It's their behaviour that is making us feel in a way where we need to grab hold of our emotions and think, oh, I'm feeling slightly insecure around this person. Oh, I'll go and have a chat, see what's going on. They've just made me feel worse. not really the kind of person I want to be around, because I wouldn't make somebody feel worse. They've not made me feel insecure, they've made me feel more insecure. Or I'm feeling slightly jealous around this person. Maybe it's just me. I'll go and have a chat, see what's happening. Oh, they've just blamed it all on me. They're not interested. They're going to repeat that behaviour. It's time I stepped away. When we get an emotion hit us, we have to change the meaning. Often within a narcissistic relationship, a narcissist will gaslight us into changing the meaning to suit them, so we stay with them. We have to be responsible for the meaning we give to our emotions. We also might need to change our perspective. We might need to change our communication. We might need to change direction in life. And once you've done one step, once you've changed your communication with them and that didn't work, changing your perception and that didn't work, changing the meaning, that didn't work, change direction away from them, and then change the meaning of your past so that you're no longer feeling the pain of your past, and so that you can use that as leverage to create a happier future. I shall add this into a playlist of the narcissist fears, which I shall link into the description, and I'll also add the video that I did last year on the narcissist fears into the description. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.